My name is Roxanne Vogel, and this year I was um, the first person to ever complete a 14-day door-to-door attempt on Mount Everest. The approach I used to climb Everest in 2 weeks was called the lightning ascent. And essentially, what you're doing is instead of acclimatizing on the mountain, which takes a long time, you use hypoxic tents and chambers and can acclimate at sea level or wherever you live before you actually leave for the trip. So it cuts off a lot of time that you spend on the mountain. So when you first get to high altitude, one of the things that happens is your blood has to become more concentrated so that the red blood cells can carry more oxygen, which helps you deliver oxygen to the rest of your body. So you're losing a ton of water, you're breathing faster, your heart is beating faster. One of the things that could have contributed to some of what we saw on the south side this season with all of the backups and everything like that is a lot of operators, or at least the less reputable ones, are taking climbers who maybe don't have quite the experience to be climbing an 8,000 meter peak but are willing to pay the money. I think one of the things that would be great would be to have some sort of checklist or criteria for climbing Everest, where you need to have a certain amount of experience above, say, 7,000 meters, or you need to be able to prove your skills, and in that way maybe limit the number of climbers who are being accepted on these trips. So 5 things I would tell anybody who wanted to climb Everest to prepare for this trip would be: one, try and prepare as much in advance as possible. 2, really dial in your nutrition to support your training and to support the climb. 3, make sure you have all of the experience you need. So whether that's taking courses or going on other climbs before the trip, just make sure you are comfortable going over snow and rock and ice on crampons and rappelling and with ropes. Number 4, I think one thing that really helped me was some of the mental preparation strategies I underwent. So I would visualize or get pictures of the route so that I kind of knew what to prepare for. And then I think number 5 is have a good support system, because at least in my case, this became my whole life for a good 6 months before I even left. And it takes a huge amount of commitment, but it takes a lot of support from people around you. Yes, I would, and I've considered climbing from the south just to see what the difference would be like, but I think I would absolutely do it again.